Hello everyone, myself Dr. Chandni Aswal. I welcome you again on today's session on vouchers in TallyPrime. So today we will be exploring another key aspect of financial management in TallyPrime, that is the voucher, which are essential tools for recording all types of business transaction. So let's start. So voucher is a document that used to record transaction in TallyPrime. So every financial action, whether it's a sale or payment or stock movement, is captured through a voucher. So there are two categories of voucher, that is the accounting voucher and the inventory voucher. So accounting voucher is basically used for recording the monetary transaction, whereas inventory vouchers is used to track stock related entries. Now, these all are the accounting vouchers. So, this includes contra, payment, receipt, journal, sales, purchase, debit note and credit note. Now, let's discuss this voucher one by one. So, first voucher is contra voucher. So, contra voucher is used to record the transfer of funds between the cash and bank accounts or between banks. For example, if you deposit 10,000 in cash into your bank account, so then for that you have to use a contra voucher. So the entry will be you have to debit the bank account and you have to credit the cash account. Then another voucher, that is the payment voucher, which is used for recording payment made through cash or the bank. For example, if you pay 5,000 for the rent, so in that case the entry will be rent expense account debit to cash or bank account. So this voucher is used, or we can say it is important for tracking the expenses. Next voucher we have, that is a receipt voucher. So this is used when the business receive money, whether in cash or directly into the bank. So if you receive 50,000 from your debtor, ultimately you have to debit the bank account and you have to credit the debtor's account. Then we have a journal voucher. So journal vouchers are used for adjustment that do not involve any cash or bank transaction. For example, for recording the depreciation, we use this journal voucher. For example, let's suppose if your machine depreciate by the amount of 2,000, so in that case, you have to debit the depreciation account and you have to credit the asset, that is a particular machinery account. Then next we have a sales voucher. So sales vouchers are used for recording the sale of goods or services. So for example, if you have sell goods over rupees 20,000, so in that case you have to debit the debtor and you have to credit the sales. Here there is a one more point. If you have cash sales, so cash sales you are not supposed to record with the sales voucher, basically inflow of cash. So ultimately that has to be recorded with the help of receipt voucher. Then another voucher we have a purchase voucher, so which records the purchases. So if you purchase good worth rupees 10,000, so in that case a journal entry will be purchase account debit to particular creditor account. Like these cash sales, cash purchases is also recorded with the help of payment voucher. Then if you have sales return or the purchase return, for that kind of the transaction we use debit note and the credit note. So debit note is used when goods are returned to a supplier, while credit note is used when the customer return the goods, right? For example, if the customer return goods for rupees 3,000, so you have to credit the customer account and you have to debit the sales return account, right? So this kind of the voucher, this kind of the all the accounting voucher we used while passing the journal entries. Then these all are the inventory voucher. So this include the delivery note, receipt note, stock journal, physical stock voucher. So these are used to record transactions relating to the stock. For example, stock delivery, if you want to know adjustment of the, it may make some adjustment to the stock after the physical verification. So this all are the voucher that we will use while passing the journal entries. Now we will understand with the help of how do we pass the journal entry in TallyPrime. So this is the company that I have already created with the name of Voucher. So voucher creation option you can see under the head transaction. So here there is a voucher option. If you click on it, on the right hand side you will see so many vouchers are there. So let's suppose I want to record a purchase voucher. Let's say there is a purchase of goods. So for that I need to select this purchase option. When you click on it, then this window will appear, right? So it is asking for the supplier invoice number. So I am just skipping. If you have invoice number, you can put it, otherwise you can ignore it. I am skipping the date also here. So let's suppose party name, right? So here there is a various party name is there. So let's suppose if you have purchased some goods from, let's say, Aarti. I am skipping this information for a time being. So this is a receipt note. So this is again I am ignoring that. Now another account that should be debit, that is the purchase account. So here you can see there is no purchase account, so I have to create a purchase account first. So for creating a purchase account, we have to press key, and that is the Alt C. When you click on Alt C, then this window will appear. So here I can create purchase account. Purchase account has to be created under the purchase account only. All the other information we are just skipping it, right? Now let's suppose here we have purchased cotton shirt. So here I need to mention the quantity. So I am mentioning the 10. Rate, let's suppose 350. If you save this information, if I just enter it, so in this way, and here we have the narration option also. If you want to give narration of this transaction, you can give that. After that, I just need to save this voucher. If I enter it, if I save it, then I can save this transaction. Okay, there is some date error. Let me change the date here. So if you face such kind of error, so in order to correct it, what you can do, you can go back and go to the F2, that is the date option, and in the date option you have to change the dates from 1st April to 2024 and 31st March 2025. Once you save this information, then this error will not come while passing the journal entry. So let's understand this with the help of the voucher. So first I am selecting the purchase voucher. So if you have the supplier invoice number, you can enter the supplier invoice number. So I am skipping this date information. So let's suppose we have purchased goods from Aarti. So I am just selecting this number. If you enter it, now another account should be debit is your purchase account. If you don't have the purchase account, you can create the purchase account by pressing the Alt C. So this is already there, so I am selecting this amount. So I am selecting the cotton shirt and quantity, let's say 10. If I enter it, if I save this information, so here you will get the narration option also. If you have to narrate it, so you can give the narration here also. So I am just saving this information. So I have passed one voucher entry. Now where it is going to be reflected, if you go back, if you go to the day book, so you can see here I have passed this voucher, right? Now let's suppose if you have entered the wrong amount. So how do we edit it? You just need to click on it, and here in rate, or let's say if you want to change the quantity, so I can make it, let's say 8 pieces. So if you save this information, then your voucher is automatically updated, right? In the same way, let's pass another voucher. Let's say there is a sales transaction. So let's suppose you have sell goods to Mr. Vishal. All the other information we are just skipping it. I am just skipping this information. Now I don't have a sales account because we have to credit the sales also. So again you need to press Alt C, and here I am creating a sales account, and sales account has to be created under the head sales account only. Rest information I am ignoring for a time being. Let's suppose we are selling denim trouser. Let's say 100 quantity. Rate is, let's say 350. Now if there is some discount is there, you can enter the discount. So I am skipping the discount information for a time being. Rest I just need to save this information, and here you can provide the narration, and I will save this information, right? So if you see in day book, so this is going to be there. Now let me pass one more journal entry that is related to the journal voucher, right? Now let's suppose I want to pass a journal entry that is the depreciation on machinery, right? So for depreciation on machinery, I need to use the journal voucher for that, right? If you go to the other vouchers, in other voucher you can see here the journal vouchers are there, right? So here I need to pass the voucher entry depreciation account debit to furniture. So here I don't have a depreciation account, so I can create a depreciation account like this. So here depreciation, and this depreciation will come under the indirect expenses. So you have to click on the indirect expenses. Now the amount, let's say 1500. Now another account that you have to credit, that is the furniture account. So I don't have a furniture account, so let me create a furniture account here. So this will be your fixed assets. So in this way I can pass the journal voucher also. If I save this information, so if you go back, if you go to the day book, so it is reflected here, right? So like the sales purchase journal voucher, we can pass any voucher entry. So if you want to alter it, you can do that with the going to the day book only. So thank you everyone.